I am Greg Maxton, and this is a summary of the council meeting that was conducted on June 15th, 2023. We started off the meeting by recognizing new employees to our city staff. First was Jennifer Kuntz, who works in our front office as an administrative clerk. Andrea Cervantes, who works in our finance department as a payroll and accounts payable specialist. Next, we welcomed Jason Hanley, a new police officer. And finally, Yelima Downey, who is the administrative clerk for our police department. Now that evening, council had 3 items of business that we conducted. First, council authorized the city manager to establish a contract for fire and EMS standards of cover and utilization study. What this study will provide are all the requirements needed to be provided by our city or contracted services needed to provide fire and EMS coverage for our city from now through the next 10 years. Next, council authorized city manager to establish a contract for design services for our community civic center. The design services that will be provided are all the plans that will be needed to construct the approximately 4,000 square foot facility. And then last, council authorized the purchase for a high water detection system that will be located on Rolling Acres Trail low water crossing. This will be a self-actuated system that detects the rise in water and closes the road to prevent vehicle traffic going through the low water crossing. There were 2 reports from staff that evening. First, city staff provided an update on the upcoming 4th of July event. This will happen on the 4th of July and will take place at the Country Club. This is a city event though, and all residents of Fair Oaks Ranch are invited to attend, even if you are not a Country Club member. The event will start at 6 p.m. that evening, and we anticipate fireworks starting around 9:30 that evening. Food and drinks will be available for purchase from local food trucks and vendors. And the second announcement, or second report that we had, City Council received an update on their procedures for approving our UDC. Current Texas legislation that's been approved made some changes to our UDC and is now under legal review by our lawyers. This will then go back to the P&Z, our Planning and Zoning Commission, for review, and if approved, they will forward it to City Council. We will conduct a public hearing and then review for approval. A big portion of the evening involved a workshop focused on the development of the budget for next year, 2023-2024. Julie Lovelace from our finance department provided an overview, which was a big picture with budget projections. Council then reviewed specific budget requests from our police department and our public works department. Now, we did have several announcements that were provided during the meeting. First, City Council and staff are looking for residents to volunteer to serve on our boards, committees, and commissions. If you are interested, you can pick up an application, fill it out, and return it to our city secretary's office to be considered for any of these boards. We're looking at applications need to be turned in probably by the middle of August to be considered for the new boards. All of the city staff has moved back into City Hall now, so any of the city services that you are looking for from our city staff are all in the main building of our City Hall. We did have one request from Mayor Pro Tem Kerner to add an item to a future agenda as part of a council meeting, and this was to conduct a review of the current MDD grant that was provided to the city, which is set to expire in September 2023. Now, this was a quick recap summary of the meeting that was conducted on June 15th. If you have questions or want additional details related to any of the topics I've covered, please contact myself, any of your council members, or our city staff, and we would be glad to provide the details that you are looking for. And thank you for watching this video.